this thing so tiny, bro? Why is the keyboard so small when I do this? I don't get it. Man, this shit's dark. I should probably turn the light on. Back and walk on Bulbasaur had to carry me. VVS clarity. Back in what grade Bulbasaur had to carry me. Some had to carry me. My guy almighty, what's happening? What's good with you? You said shameless pug, I respect it. Nah, I work too hard. Go watch that video. I work too hard on it, eh? I don't edit like that often. Go watch that shit. It's not doing well. My live reaction is doing better. I'm not trying to see that. I need 1K on that video, bro. I sacrificed my back for that. Feeling better? I'm alright, man. I'm alright. Don't worry about me. I'm okay. The situation is dealt with. Wow, bright as hell. I hate the way this light comes in sometimes. It's be like looking like Jesus. Cause I want to talk about the last couple of chapters of One Piece. I think I need. I don't know if I need a break, but I've been really mixed. Like, even if I read a chapter and I'm like, I'm not upset. I'm like, am I happy? but am I happy though? So I don't know. I gotta think about it. I'm hoping you guys can help me make sense of some of my thoughts, cause I usually do better when I bounce off somebody else. Like if you guys have ever done escape rooms, like I'd probably argue that I wouldn't escape by myself. Oh shit. If you guys have ever, like, I wouldn't escape by myself, but if I have people, once I hear the wrong thing enough times, I know what the right thing is. So, yeah. Glad you're alive in this discussion. This needed. Yeah. I just wanted. I'm probably still gonna. I'm gonna re-record what I want to say. Because what I'm gonna say, I think, is probably controversial within the community. But yeah, because I don't think that I don't know. Some of these power ups, they're not moving me, bro. Like, I don't like this. Okay, what can I do about this light? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna show you. All right. You making dinner? What's for dinner, man? What we eating? Okay. Well, here's kind of what I want to say. Right. I'm actually happy about this though, because a couple of I guess this like the rabid Zoro fans found I don't know if they found my channel or lying in wait, but I actually like when they comment because it means that I'm doing something right. Like, I'm one of those people who don't get mad at dislikes because I'm like, oh, like if I have like 80 likes and 11 dislikes, to me I'm doing something right. So it never actually bothers me. And interaction is interaction, or engagement is engagement. So it helps me whether you comment or not. Like, if you don't like me or you don't want to hear what I have to say, the best thing to do is just not watch at all. Whether you dislike, comment, like, it's all engagement. It all helps. But I was reading the latest chapter, and I was unmoved. It wasn't moving me. I think King doing like, hey, go ahead on some Kenpachi shit, that was kind of cold, but I was unmoved, bro. Cause here's the thing. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's cauterizing the wound every time it hits him, like he's burning it. I don't know if Zoro's like doing damage. I'm not sure, but Zoro felt a little out of character to me, just a slight bit. Zoro's not like. He has inner dialogue or monologues when he's fighting. He's done it before. And I remember when he was thinking about the breath, when he's fighting Das Bones, he did have that. He did. You guys didn't find that Zoro for these last two chapters put on an analytical hat you've never seen him wear before? He is making connections. Like, he is putting the pieces together. Like I've never seen Zoro be. Zoro can't even understand an underwater ocean current. When Nami was trying to explain that, and they're like, "Yeah, it's like a magic water." Like, where did that come from? Like this level of analysis from Zoro's brain is driving me crazy. I never seen him think that much forever. He's just not damaging King at all. Never. Zoro's getting beat apart, and I started thinking of the history of the Shimotsuki. Shit was weird. Zoro randomly remembered past connections, and that flashback I don't like at all. For this reason alone, I could tell that wasn't something he intended to do years ago. That's not so. That's something he shoehorned in now. You feel what I'm saying? So I can't get behind that. But here's kind of Zoro randomly remembering past connections. LOL. Yeah, I don't know. Like, remembering things, specific things from childhood is only wild to me. But like, here's what I would have probably preferred. Like, I'm not really the one to be like, this is what the author should have done. But in my head, I'm like, is that one flashback to Mihawk saying, if you can't coach your blades in hockey, no wine for you? Is that all we're getting? He did. He lost. He came back with a missing eye. Can I see what him and Mihawk were doing, training? He ain't learned none of this. Like it's bothering me. Like as much as I think the Rayleigh what's the picture I always like to see whoa, no, and this drops like a picture of Luffy getting his ass beat. He needs more time skip when Luffy's in trouble and he recalls his training with Rayleigh, but at least he's calling upon his training. Is it ham-fisted? Sure. Is it perfectly executed? Absolutely not. But I could take that. That's more palatable to me. Like, okay, at least he's calling upon his training. So remembering some random memory from when he was like 8, it's not moving me, nigga. I don't know what to tell you. And I was actually happy with the last chapter. Let me say this before I forget. I love that Enma wasn't like a handed power up. Like he actually must tame this blade. I really like that. The fact that it was impeding him in battle was great. And I liked it from the last chapter because I think he needs to struggle. He hasn't struggled in a long time. So I like that. That's the one thing about this chapter that I'm like, I still like that about this. I'm with you. I've been unmoved recently. Chapters. I think I was gonna get there. I think 1030 did something to me when he killed nobody. I haven't been the same. I don't know. Facts. Also, if you were gonna give a flashback, at least try to make it look too forced. It wasn't even half a chapter. I agree with that. We won't see Zero's training with Mihawk until he fights Mihawk. I agree with that. Probably. So I want to like the Enma thing is good and cool. All right, it's testing him, but because me and Sylvia were talking about this last a little bit too. Like can we just like Zoro fans relax, just have a little bit of fun. This nigga went full brain blast. He went, here's all the things that happened in this case on his Professor Layton, on his Phoenix Wright, on his Naegi Makoto, on his what's my other guy from whatever. Anyways, like just putting the pieces together. Nigga became a detective. He's like, I have to find, what, is he a giant or, first of all, do you think he's a giant or a fishman was crazy? Is he a giant or a fishman? No. Okay, well maybe I have to find out what ethnicity, race he is. You're not beating those allegations, by the way. And then maybe I'll figure it out. Wait a minute. Enma is the Lord of Death. There was an old geezer. Wait a minute. 50 years ago, one time I heard the pirates made this village. Wait a minute. The long nosed guy with the donkey told me this. Like, nigga was making. I just don't. Like, where did that come from? Then he's like, I forged my best blade in my youth. I named it after the underworld. Then the nigga's like, Enma. I could not take that seriously, bro. I tried. Like, I think this moment is so important. It's cool. Like, we finally get the visual proper confirmation that Zoro is a conqueror. Something that I believe most of us believed that he had for a long time. He's like the Rayleigh to Luffy's Roger. That is not the issue. I always thought he was a conqueror before I made my first One Piece video, okay? I always believed that. That's not the issue. There's just something about it happening this way that I find completely underwhelming. I'm going to give it some chance to play out some more because maybe some things that happened later will make this moment not seem as egregious in hindsight. But right now, it's not moving me. I couldn't help but start really quick Barrel Raws, dog. Shit's gas. I'm not going to do it because I'm not going to do it, but I think about it all the time. Zoro's definitely under Jim Crow. Stuck under Jim Crow. Okay, so here's like I guess my controversial statement that I want to make because Sanji, okay, these power ups or whatever, I don't know, man. It is what it is, right? I have to speak very personally about the Sanji thing because he was the he was the one straw hat that I always believed we never got an actual backstory for. We pretty much got here's 30 days you were stranded with this fucking pirate. And then like we got like the cliff notes or spark notes version of how he came to be in Barati, but we never actually kind of got to see like a either a very integral part of his childhood. No, that's not true. That was integral, but like I don't know. It just like, Luffy, Ace, Sabo, like growing up. Nami grown up, like found as a baby with Bermel, and then how it can like to me, I had more. I saw Chopper before he ate the fruit, friggin' Doctor Hiryuk, Doctor Dean, blah blah blah. Like I felt like I had more. Sanji was just like this random 30 days. So when we dived more into it with the Vince Smoke and I saw the Vince Smokes using kind of elementals attack and stuff, it made sense to me that somehow we could use fire. It was actually related to the experiment that was done on him. And I thought he was stronger than his brother's exoskeleton or not, and his dad. I don't think at the time we could beat them all together, but I always thought he was more powerful than them. So like, okay, he has a fire. Now he gets a raid suit from his family that's biometrically locked with DNA. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know this for a fact. Does judges are regular ass human, right? Like the ones with the exoskeleton are all his kids. Like he doesn't have one. I don't think so, right? Or did he develop one for himself? I'm not sure. Someone let me know. I'm not entirely sure about that. But the raid suit being biometrically locked to your DNA, okay, I could see that. And since we're diving into lineage a lot more now, like lineage is becoming a more prominent theme in One Piece. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it, but it is what it is. Your judge is normal. Okay, thank you. I just wanted to make sure regular. Okay, so with Sanji having like possible recessive, dormant, Germa genes, I guess using the raid suit twice, unlocking that, it doesn't really bother me. And him getting the exoskeleton kind of made sense. And maybe this is a way to kind of supplant the fact that we don't ever really see him use Buso and hardening. So he'll just have a harder, natural, tough exterior to kind of make up for that. And because he was like, yo, I feel weird. Something's wrong with me. Shut up, Mosshead. Like, shut up. Something's wrong with me. I'm weird. Something's weird. Like, when the moment came, it wasn't as jarring because I thought that Oda kind of built up to it. So, Sanji's, like, exoskeleton actually doesn't really bother me, all things considered. I don't think it's perfect. I don't think it was very sexy the way that he did it, but I'm unbothered. I can rationalize in my brain and go and move on with my day. Correct. Okay. I think I'm forgetting something I wanted to say about Sanji. Yeah. Said in my live reaction how inherited will in One Piece, but this lineage stuff is moving me. Yeah, absolutely not. My issue with Zoro is that for someone whose goal is primarily sword related, how many swords he has? I'm gonna get to that in a second. You think Sanji also has Lunarian lineage or factor? Was Zoro someone of Lunarian? I don't think his dad was Lunarian. If he somehow got his hands on that DNA and tried to implant it into the womb of Sora and stuff, Sora. Oh, wait, no, wait. Oh, you mean Sora the mother? I'm sorry, Sora's the mom. I'm thinking of Judge. I don't think she was Lunarian. I don't think she'd probably have Lunarian either. That'd be interesting though. If they were all kind of half Lunarian, I don't think so. I think they probably have a very distinct look because I can't think of any other reason for why King would cover himself to that degree and not want his master break. I think there's something visual about Lunarians that lets you know that's a Lunarian. You can't hide that from me. Same when like maybe the fish man with the webbed hands and the skin and stuff. Like you can't really hide that. But yeah, with all that being said, like I don't think the Sanji thing was perfect, and I'm mad that he broke the raid suit. The raid suit would have made him even more powerful. I wish he kept it, but okay, he took this power up fine. So let's move on for Sanji for now, right? Let's go to Zoro. What was Zoro's last difficult battle? Like for real. Not like a clash or like with Dofi or something. Not Gofi. I'm thinking of like Fujitora. like gravity him to the ground. Like, imagine a king has swirly. Imagine a king has a swirly eyebrow. That would be crazy. I actually will laugh. Um, yeah, like forget even swordsman for the time being. Cause if there's one thing Drit said in that 6 hour video that was moving me, it was that like he don't fight no real competent swordsman and nobody else who shares his actual dream, and that does bother me to some degree. I'm gonna lie to you, but I don't even think he really struggles. Was it really Ryuma when he got Shusui? Kuma, Ors, Pacifista. I can kind of give you the Kuma and Ors one, I guess. Like I'm not really mad at that, but I guess I really mean one on one because no one really beat Kuma, and the Ors thing ended up being a collective effort. Plus Luffy did most of the heavy lifting in Nightmare form, but Zoro's last tough fight was probably that baboon. Cause I want to say Kaku, personally, and throughout the New World, honestly, I just haven't seen Zoro do enough. I haven't. I just haven't seen him do a lot. So him being on this, like him doing this right now, is a little jarring to me. Solely due to the fact that I'm like, okay, you unlock conquerors. Finally, hype. No problem with that. It looks to me. Now I could be wrong. We'll see if he does it in the next chapters to come. That as he had kind of unlocked it or whatever the case is, his swords already look to me as if they were in that like Black Lightning Advanced Conquerors, whatever we're calling it, that Luffy and Kaido and Roger and Whitebeard and Big Mom had displayed. And I recall when Luffy used Red Rock against Kaido, the Ryoyu he learned, he was like, they were like, what's that weird hockey? And Zoro was like, is that the hockey he learned from the old man Hill Girl, or the Hug of the Flower? Yo, that statement to me means you don't know that. Like, pause on Zoro for now for a second, right? Am I having a discussion tree with Dritz anytime soon? I was supposed to. I know I was supposed to, but I don't know. It'll happen when it happens. He's busy. I'm busy. I was sick this week. I don't know. Well, I'll try my best. It'll happen though. I promise. But shout my favorite topic. So let me go to Luffy for a second. I'm gonna leave Zoro for a second because you don't have to agree with me. You tell me what you think. But yeah, like how do we have other pirates who want to be PK but we don't have any swords and want to be responsible or we're not run to a talented swordsman that dream? I don't know. Because even like Vista was like, I thought he was a good opportunity for that, but what do I know? If there is one problem with Luffy's kind of combat growth, great, I would say there was some point between the most important step where Oda did this real quick. Whoop! Well, no one was looking. Like, whoop! Let me just buff him real quick. What? What happened? Huh? Who? No. Like just a quick little upscale. Just very, 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 very slight. But okay. I'm actually want to start with East Blue. I'm going way back to East Blue because I kind of want to contextualize this because I haven't made this crocodile video. I was thinking about this. Okay, so during Luffy's journey from the first chapter to Crocodile, I think is a little bit similar to his journey from the start of the New World to Kaido. And kind of here's what I mean. There's a lot of overlap, but it's kind of different. So, okay. I would argue that with the exception of Smoker, he was stronger than everybody that he fought. But there was always something that he had to overcome. Okay? What language is that? I don't know. How do I get to overcome? I know I'm not taking it off. Something you had to overcome. It was like a gimmick. Buggy's Devil Fruit ability. Arlong's Fishman physiology. Don Krieg's multitude of weapons, right? Military might. Like there was always something that he had to overcome, but I'd argue he was really strong. And then as we were kind of transitioning into the reveal of the very first warlord, then he had to take another step because he lost twice. It's like, oh, you got humbled. So let's leave that alone. Let's go to the New World for a second. Hody Jones is the first person he beats. Bum. Absolute bum. Correct? Second. Damn, who's next? He actually technically lost to Caesar the first time, but Caesar's not strong. But Caesar's someone else he had to fight who was a Logia, who with a tricky ability, if you will. Because I actually still think his ability to remove all the oxygen in the vicinity was kind of cool. That was raw. That was good, but whatever. Now, Doflamingo to me was his first proper real test, right? Also, don't forget that Luffy's training with Rayleigh for the most part was him learning the basics of hockey. So he has what I would say the strongest foundation based off the information that we know out of all the Straw Hats, right? So Dofi to me, Warlord, Celestial Dragon, all these things, but he's a very strong and prominent New World captain. You see what I'm saying? And to kind of establish himself as someone who really belongs in the New World, I think after he beat Doflamingo, he did that. Okay? Really, really, really good. What's up, you're? Now, the next person that he fights is one of Big Mom's sweet generals. I think that's what they're called? Sweet commanders? No, sweet generals. Anyways, fights Cracker. Cracker is working him. This is not an easy fight for him. He didn't even get to Big Mom. Like, I don't know if you kind of see what I'm doing here. Luffy is taking steps. I'm seeing him take these steps. It may not be the greatest fights. You might have some problems with how it ends. But at the very least, I am getting these steps. I'm seeing them go up and up and up. So, Cracker with Nami in conjunction, they beat Cracker's defeated. We skip Smoothie. Smoothie's unserious. But before we even really get to a proper Yonko, he has to beat a Yonko strongest, ranking member. The right hand, if you will, Katakuri. Hard, grueling battle in which he has to advance his observation, the thing he's the worst at, technically, or naturally doesn't have an affinity for because you got to be calm. Okay, cool. Wins. Boom. You see how we're going from like bum, Hody, New World, prominent warlord, New World captain, third tier commander, first tier commander. Kaido knocks that nigga out with one hit. You're not ready for the Yonko level. You gotta work your way up there. And this is the part where I think it gets testy. I can understand that. I don't think he did a perfect job here, but at the very least, I saw the incremental steps with Luffy across the whole journey. I know he's the titular, he's the main character. We're going to see the most. Guess that makes me almighty the shit talker. See the most. Oh, my laptop just turned off. Don't do it. Yeah, I fucked up. So, yeah. So then he's trading an udon, a kid, and blah blah, doing whatever, ulti, blah blah. Works his way to the rooftop, gets his Ryoyu up, and then he's fighting with Kaido. And I believe that Kaido was still way stronger than Luffy even right now. I just believe Luffy has all the tools that he can to win. That sky splitting wasn't jarring to me. And I also have to say that it's not a preface anymore. I have to say that I probably haven't held the Yonko in the same regard from a high standpoint that most the people in the community do. I do think Oda hyped them, but to me, I always know reality versus perception, and One Piece is a tricky thing, so I can't take everything at face value, especially from people who are not in the know. The common folk and pirates spreading rumors like Caribou talking about kid did this and kids like, here's what actually happened. So I couldn't take that. See, with Zoro, I have none of that. I have none of it. I have none of that. So I'm just like, this is very jarring to me. At least Luffy was learning Ryoyu, learning how to flow and channel arm and hockey through his body a certain way. And when he got knocked out again by 3 Realms Ragnarok, he's like, wait a minute. This nigga is calling himself in Conquerors, the one that I have a natural affinity for. And in my head canon, he probably just swapped the way he flows Ryoyu or whatever and just switched it for Conquerors. And then he started using the advanced version. As much as it's not perfect, it's not that jarring to me, personally speaking. Zoro, jarring. I don't know what's going on. Like, that was crazy. Like, he's already the advanced version. At the very least, he should have to like figure that out with the battle. But again, he has. I don't know if the swords are just like having a cool visual effect right now. But we'll see if he's using it. But I honestly thought that was kind of crazy. So rant over. I'm sorry. That was long. That was long. See what you mean. Luffy's defense has to get better for sure. He's awakening my help in that regard, and we'll see. But yeah, like at least with Luffy, because a lot of people like Luffy didn't earn this either. And I do, like I said, I do think there was one point when we weren't looking over to this. Whoop, just like give him a little bit of a wank. All right, now he's here. But other than that little boost to get to that Yonko thing, I honestly thought his journey here was fine. I don't have any issues with it for the most part. It's not seamless, not perfect, not flawless, but it's good. I can't say that about Zoro. I really can't. Really can't say it about Sanji either, but I had my own personal beliefs on Sanji that allow me to at least rationalize with this. I hope that made sense. That's kind of all I wanted to say, because a couple of them are like, "You're salty." I'm like, "Not really, really not." Salty at Zoro being what he's doing. This is a good moment for him. It's cool. I want to be happy. I want to be excited for this. Just something was bothering me. I couldn't put my finger on it until later. But yeah. Could it be that Enma is enabling Zoro to do the Conqueror's coding? I don't think so. That would be crazy though. I don't think so. Nah. My answer is no, but that'd be interesting. I think for whatever reason, I think what happens with Enma is like with Enma, my interpretation was that maybe during the fight, Zoro was not trying to let his hockey leak out or exude because it's a finite resource. You get tired and you can't use it for a while after the fact, right? But Enma is just pulling it out of him, which means when Odin was doing it, he either had like Zoro was trying to like conserve himself, like not burn his MP, but Enma's it's like a no, you burn that shit, be raw. You gotta have this in reserve. You better have a lot of this. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I took it. I didn't think the sword was actually like giving him conquerors. I always thought Zoro had it. Him knocking out those fodder was fine, but when I saw the like kind of black effect around the sword, I'm like, I don't know if I like that though. I think that might be a tinge too far for me. I'll forgive him. I'll forgive Oda if the fight's absolutely, totally, 100% raw though. Because that's why I'm to fight at this point. Stop talking, stop monologuing, stop flashbacking, just fight, man. Damn. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. But honestly, Kalan, you said it earlier, ever since you think Zoro's trying to avoid putting Zoro in a lot of precarious situations because he's promised me to Luffy and not losing again. But he's already lost since then, hasn't he? Technically lost already since then. Like maybe not a proper true 1v1, but he's already lost. Yeti Cool Brothers, like come on, bro. I think that's whack. I think that's weak. If that's the case, I think that's a weak reason, personally speaking. That was Odin's conquerors, not Zoro's. LOL. Do you really think that? If you actually think about Enma, it's like year 4th with the exuding of hockey. Oh, to some, I see what you're saying. Oh, come on, Pang. I can see that. 12.5 out of 10 of it would watch again. Oh, thank you. I'm proud of that one. I actually went back and added some of the stream clips and stuff too to make it better. Actually, so I initially that video was only about 16 minutes long. I think it's like 24 minutes. I added like 8 minutes to it. So yeah. Oh, you were kidding? Oh, okay. But yeah, I don't know. Because Kaido does say, why does he feel Odin's presence or energy or something at the sword on the rooftop? Wow, look like Jesus over here on the rooftop when that stuff initially went down. But it's hard out here being a One Piece fan. But 10:30 did something to me. I haven't been the same since 10:30. I don't know if he's kind of low-key undercut any and all tension and I just having a hard time believing a lot of stuff, but I just have not been the same since that chapter, bro. You think we'll see magic weapons like Enma and not Devil Fruit ones, though? Tanji's character development hasn't resonated with me. I'm not sure what I feel about it. He didn't develop. There's no character development. I talked about that already. I'm not going through that again. That wasn't character development. He's the same fucking person. Shit was cool moment though. Cool moment of introspection. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think we'll get magic weapons. I don't think is magic kind of confirmed? I don't even know. I think we might see more Zoan weapons. That would be cool. But yeah, Zoro beating King is gonna be cool. But I would like him to beat somebody who really is a swordsman at some point. That would be great. That would be great. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I viewed as Enma bringing it out of him since the quoting didn't start until. Oh, that I can understand. Like maybe I still haven't fully understood what the real criteria is for you to be a conqueror in the One Piece universe. You feel what I'm saying? It's I have my theories, I have my thoughts, but there's no way for me to 100% know that for a fact. I do think his acceptance of I'm going to let it burn out and I'm still going to win was like Emma was like kind of like the man you have to manifest it, speak it to existence, whatever you want to call it for it to work. So I can see why you would say that. And maybe part of it was King saying, "Oh, you also have kingly ambitions," and he's like, "Huh? Well, actually, yeah. I wanna, I made a promise to my best friend and my captain." And I was like, "Yeah, bro. Did you forget? Like the hell?" So, because someone had asked me if I thought Sanji was gonna get it, and I said no. But at this point, if he got it, I wouldn't even be surprised. So, and we ate a zone, and turns out to be Hiruzen. You will never fruit sword. Are you considered a swordsman? Nah, I don't think so. Probably not. I mean, I don't even like. I don't know how other people define a swordsman. For me, a swordsman is somebody whose primary way of fighting is the blade. For the most part, like I don't consider Big Mom or maybe not Roger one because just because they have a sword and they can use it or use it well, I think it has to be your primary way of fighting. That's kind of how I look at it. Like how when people were like, put Goku in Smash, I'm like, I only want video game characters and I'm Smash, and they're like, but Goku has Budokai too. I'm like, Goku is a manga character who got adapted into video games, into anime and other media. He's a manga character. A video game character is a character who was initially in a video game. Even if they branched out to other media, like Dante from Devil May Cry, who has anime and stuff. No, he's not an anime character. He's a video game character. So that's how I see it. That's how I see it. I hate how we have to make these wrestlers understand hockey. Yeah, we do. We do. Usopp gonna be the next conqueror. What? There's a sick part of that's a sick part of me. There's a part of me that like honestly believes that low key. Like he gonna be like, today I am a brave warrior of the sea and knock niggas out, bro. Like I could really see that. Like I'm not even gonna hold you. Like if there was another person on the crew that I could like, he's gonna get conquerors, it was F.A. Usopp. I don't have a good reasoning for that, except for like I just would like to see it. I think it'd be funny, but I've actually had that thought a couple times. Now let me talk about my video for a quick second. I got a few things I want to say. First of all, crocodiles the best, the best, the best. There was one thing in that video that I forgot to mention. I totally forgot to mention in the video. He did say he had hockey. He did say he had the hockey that makes things shake, right? And when he unlocked his observation, I loved it. That was great back in Dressrosa. One of the better moments of Dressrosa. The thing that I forgot to mention, I think in the crocodile video, what was it actually? Damn, I lost my train of thought. Come on, bro. A lot of people act like hockey is a one and done explanation. I don't know why, but this is just the community we're in, bro. You got to take the good with the bad. Damn it. First of all, someone told me that they think that a Vankov secret. Oh, that's a Vankov secret on Crocodile that he has no hockey at all. Like for some reason he can't use it. I had seen some weird theories that they think that Crocodile's connection to Edward Newgate is more than just I lost to him. It's more like familial. I think that's a stretch. If you guys remember what I said, I kind of think that Crocodile may have had Revolutionary Army ties, and they let him bring a Vankov in because a Vankov was supposed to be impaled down for something specific. So as a result of that, Crocodile's technical acclaim to fame is fraudulent because it was something given to him, and the Vankov knows that. And maybe at the time, Vankov was stronger than him or whatever. So I don't think it's the woman thing. I don't because I don't imagine that Crocodile would really care about that. Never tell him I used to be a girl. Shit, I'm not now, nigga. Like I don't think he would care about that. And honestly, I don't even care. Like to me, that's weak. If that's the secret, that's weak. I think that's lazy. I think it's a good red herring because it's a Vankov that's doing it, and we have seen him turn someone into a complete different gender or sex, whatever. I don't know. I know at this point. I don't know, but yeah. But he's a character that I would really like to see again. Honestly, I think he's one of them. I think I really do like obviously in my head he's the best character. There's a lot of other characters I think are as good as him, like Blackbeard, but I hope to see more in the story. I wonder what him and Das Bones are doing in the New World actually. I wonder if he has any schemes and machinations. And I was thinking about this too, by the way, just a complete random thought. Let's say that the final war happens, and for whatever reason, Luffy has the ancient weapons, or at least two of the three of them, and he has Pluton and like Shirahoshi or something, or the other one. Yo, what if Crocodile gets the is the helmsman of the Pluton? So it's almost kind of like his journey in Alabasta to get the battleship, the Pluton and the ancient weapon, like comes full circle like the final war. He driving that shit. That'd be kind of cold. I don't know. It's the randomest thought I've ever had. But yeah, because even in non-canon material, I'm always impressed by how much respect this nigga commands. What did Douglas Bullet say when he seen Crocodile? He's seen all kinds of hitters. Meh. Government dogs. You seen Crocodile? Omoshiroi. Yo, Crocodile's that nigga, bro. He's that nigga. He ended up being his son. That would be crazy. Ever since I heard you say something about Blackbeard beating Shanks with his other arm, I kind of hope for it now. Need that. Rip out his arm and beat him with the other one. So yeah. Omoshiroi. So yeah, I don't know. But anyways, thank you guys for listening to me ramble for a little bit. I'm gonna go eat something. Actually, no. There's something. I know I'm forgetting something. That's why I'm stalling. There's something I'm forgetting to say about Crocodile. But yeah, share that video. Run it up for me. Even Mihawk seems to treat him with a level of respect. Yeah. Juxtapose Roger and A's connection because he ended up looking up to Roger and was at his execution. Okay, I hear what you're saying. Here's the thing. Oh yeah, people are like, oh, the reason why they didn't see Crocodile's face when he was looking at the thing was because he was a girl. I don't know. There was those ones too, but that would be kind of crazy. Because if that was really his dad, that would be crazy. Actually, I'll come up fine. That'll be crazy. I don't think that's the case though. I don't know if you guys think Weevil is actually Whitebeard's kid, but that would kind of be wild. But anyways, making that video was honestly really fun. That fight is better than I remembered, by the way. Crocodile versus Luffy. I don't remember it being that good. Probably because for some reason, the version that's in my head is the movie version. From the eighth movie, the Desert Princess and the Pirate. That's kind of the version that plays in my head. And I haven't read the manga, reread the whole manga in 2 whole years. I'm like, did I not read this for 2 years and forgot? That fight's a lot better than I thought, though. But anyways, you guys have yourselves a mighty fun day. I'm gonna get that read to take. All right. I appreciate it, man. Cause listen, I work hard on that video, man. You're